Hey guys, how are we doing? This is Adrian Brady-Chisana, host of the CX Chronicles podcast. Number one, I just wanted to send out one last note or thought of the year in a little mini episode to conclude 2023. Number one, I just want to say thank you so much to every single solitary one of you folks that has tuned into the show, downloaded the show, watched one of the videos, seen one of the shorts, liked one of our posts. Just super duper duper appreciative of every single solitary one of you for it. I do this show because I love learning from other customer-focused business leaders, but frankly, I started the show because I wanted to chronicle how all these other people out there are thinking about customer experience, customer success, employee experience, and just pushing the future of business forward. So that's number one. And then I had a couple thoughts that I wanted to finish out 2023 with. And this is different because normally I have people on the show and I interview and I like, talking through the team and the tools and the process and the feedback with the four pillars. But today is just I had a couple thoughts as I was kind of doing my end of year reflection of my end of year planning and my 2024 planning and future just growth strategy planning, all that fun stuff at the end of the year with the team. Had a couple thoughts that I kind of want to just lay out there and leave every single solitary one of you with some ideas to get ready to come back refreshed, recharged, and jump into the new year with. So number one, start with getting the feedback, right? So at this point, you've probably already collected all of the feedback that you can get from your customers for the year. You've probably already collected all of the feedback, or you've done your end of year performance reviews with your teammates, right? I think what I want to push people to think about is what are the most important things that you discovered, right? And I think the way that I've always thought about it is number one, divide things into the top three pros. What are the top three things that people clearly are loving about the business, loving about your product, loving about your service? It's like all the good stuff. But then number two, what are the cons? What are the negatives? What are the things that people don't like about working at your business? What are the things that people don't like about your product or don't like about your service? That's a huge one. And the last thing, and this is the most important part of the first one, identify the top three calls to action or the CTAs that your team needs to think about that are feedback driven, like clearly feedback driven. Find to have other prerogatives with your executive leadership team, or find to have other prerogatives if you're the founder and you know that there's a thing that needs to happen, right? There's the age old, right? Henry Ford never would have been Bill Ford if he would have kept listening to people that want to ride horses around. So I get that. I understand that. That's part of innovation and pushing things forward, but just don't forget that. So identify the top three feedback driven CTAs. Number two, spend some time on reflection. And yeah, maybe this is me like maturing and getting a little bit older and a little bit wiser, but take some time to really force yourself to think about what was done very well. What did you do very well? What are you fucking super proud of? What are you super happy about, right? What did you completely fail on, right? Because you got to look at the good, you got to look at the bad. And then what are you proud of with your personal performance? What are the things that you did all year long, sitting at your desk or doing your own thing every single solitary day that you're proud of? And then are you proud of your team's performance? So are you proud of your personal performance and are you proud of your team's performance? Think about it like, yeah, you're the coach. How did you do as the coach and the manager? And then how did your actual team perform? Think about it two ways because you're going to be interested to see what differences come out of those two questions, right? Number three, force yourself to identify areas where you had appreciation or you sensed some appreciation. What was the one thing that you had great appreciation for this year? What are some of who are some of the people that you're the most appreciative of? It's fine for it to be your family and things like that. Think about work and family, right? So you're balanced a little bit here on this answer. And then number three, what are two things that you do regularly that you know make people appreciate you? And then you grow on those, man, right? You do more of it, or you figure out if it's as long as it's positive, right? If it's positive, good. If it's negative, then you got to figure out some other stuff. It's a different ballgame, right? Number four, software and tool utilization performance. Every single person in the world, every customer-focused business leader in the world better have taken some time or take some time next week when you're doing your wind down stuff, and you have some downtime. What are the top three tools that you use this year? Software. What are the top three SaaS tools? Top three tools. It could be the programs that you're using. It could be all if you're a craftsman, it literally could be the tools that you use. What are the top three tools that you used? Are they the same tools for your team? So the tools that you're using every single day as the founder, as the business owner, as the customer-focused business leader leading the team, are they the same tools that your team's using, or does your team have a totally different set of tools? Do they have a totally different toolbox? Are there any tools that you're going to get rid of? Identify those and then identify the cost so you know what the cost savings is and you know what you're about to optimize on. And then number two, are there tools that you're going to add in the new year? And how much do those cost? And then what are their actual carrying costs and implementation costs? Think about it almost like a house, man. It's not just the software. It's the software, it's the taxes, it's the annual maintenance. That's the way to be thinking about software. And I love software. I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying people need to rethink the way that they think about the whole investment package of some of the leading SaaS that's out there. And then lastly, how do you measure the utilization of each tool? Some of the businesses we worked with this year at CXC had 17 to 18 to 19 tools that they were using. Totally fine. Nothing's wrong with that. Until you start to see that 60% of those tools that cost money every single month and cost just attention of your agents, attention of your company, attention, right? In general, just time and attention. Now when 50 to 60% of the toolkit isn't being utilized, that's not okay. That's like that. That's kind of reckless. And then you have an opportunity to get some money back and get some opportunity cost back. Um, in terms of your team now, let's think about number 5, training and education requirements. So the same way that you just went through your tech stack, go through your team. How did you actually think about training, coaching, and what type of investments were made in the team this year? So how and what did you invest in let's start with this. How and what did you invest in with your own personal development? Classes, courses, training, consultants, coaches, whatever. I don't care. Any of those things. Education, certificates from some of these universities, conferences, education. So how and what did you invest in for your own personal developments here? And then how did you train or develop your team and employee base? What were some of the same things that you did for your team to make sure that they were able to grow and they were able to expand and they were able to get better? And then lastly, top 3 areas most ripe for optimization and training. Sorry about that. We're still busy right up to the end of CC here. Top 3 areas ripe for optimization and training, coaching within your business. Let's start thinking about, you got to work this stuff backwards. How are you going to actually build the budget? Do you have the budget? Is there a long game? Is there a short game? Is there not close goals, near goals now, long goals? So just start to think about some of that. Number 6, evaluate and aggregate the CTAs. Think about it. We've already gone through, we're already in the 6th bucket here, and we're almost done. We got 8 buckets to get through. And the biggest thing is you have to, and this is where I am going to pull the 4 CX pillars out. What are the top 3 team calls to action and goals that you got that come out of all these exercises? What are the top 3 tools, CTAs, and goals that come out of all these exercises? What are the top 3 process CTAs and goals that come out of all these exercises? And what are the top 3 feedback CTAs and goals that come out of all these processes? If you've done some of the things that we just identified in the first 5 buckets here, you've got a tremendous amount of end-of-year information and intelligence to be able to make some really smart decisions around how you should be kicking off 2024 or how you better be thinking about 2024's goal setting, right? And OKRs and things like that. Number 7, prepare for the new year. We're almost here, guys. We've got like less than 10 days left in 2023, right? And we got the holidays coming up, and everybody's super excited to get some time off and take a break and recharge. And many people kind of slow down right around those holiday days. Many companies are still bumping, right? Some companies, some of our friends in e-com and retail are crushing it right now. But prepare for the new year, okay? And I'm going to keep this one simple. All these things that we just talked through right here, they're focused on 4 things. Identify, right? Spend some time with doing identification. Prioritize, spend some time doing prioritization with your team, with your customers. Assign and delegate the CTAs. CTAs and OKRs are useless unless they're assigned and delegated accordingly. Communicated, right? The whole business needs to know about this stuff. If you really want it to work, accountability, responsibility, authority, you've got to communicate this stuff out so everybody knows who's doing what and who's owning what. So the same way we all watch the NFL every single solitary weekend, same way we watch the English Premier League, people know what people's positions are. That's why we're so opinionated around who's doing a fantastic. If you're a striker and you're scoring a goal a game, you're doing your job. If you're a goalie and you're getting a shutout a game, you're crushing it. Like your defense and you're constantly blocking, or if you're an offensive lineman and you're constantly pancaking, or if you're a defensive back in your interception every game, you're doing your job. Your business you got to think about the same with your business, same with your team. Lastly, and this is what I'm getting at, measure and manage the progress. This is why we know which quarterbacks get better each year, which teams are going to be have a higher chance of going to the championship, because in sports, it's all about measuring and managing the progress, right? Do the same thing with your business, do the same thing with your team, do the same thing with your customers on a regular basis. And number 8, and the last bucket, celebrate and share milestone moments and achievements with both your customers and your team. What are the biggest updates you want to share with your team, or that you've already shared with your team? For some of our more mature companies, they've already done this stuff. You've seen all the incredible emails about here's what we focused on this year, or these are the things that we learned from our customers this year. Here's what our team and our customers. So like, what are the biggest updates you want to share with your team? What are the biggest updates you want to share with your customers? And then what are the main mediums that you're going to leverage to share some of this news? Emails, television, phone calls, targeted ads, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Just making sure that all those things are laid out. So that's the last things that I got for you in 2023. huge thank you for everybody that tunes in as to the CX Chronicles podcast as part of the CX Nation. We are super pumped for 2024. We have a ton of incredible things that are coming down the pipeline. We're going to be doing way more customer focused content, and I'm looking forward to hearing from more and more and more of you and meeting more and more and more of you in 2024. Thank you so much, guys.